Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natasha and welcome to everyone. And I'm sorry that I've been absent since the beginning of June, but my headspace just hasn't been in the right place at all. And I just felt like I haven't wanted to crochet anything. And life has been so busy with my course and everything that I've just kind of left it. The one thing that I have been doing is one of the blankets that I did start, but only recently, over the last week, maybe 2 weeks, I've done literally 2 rows, if not 3 rows of an evening, but that's literally been it because I just can't concentrate on it. And a lot of it's down to my mental health, I think. I think it's all just kind of taken its toll, which I did touch on the last time that I did do videos, but now it's the summer holidays, yay! I really do need to get back into it because I really do love making these videos, and I've just not made them because I haven't actually had anything to show you. So in that sense, I've just felt like I can't because I haven't got anything to show. And I think you get caught in that trap that's kind of like, well, what's the point if I don't have anything to show, because that is what my channel's all about. And I need to train my brain into just coming on and saying hello to everyone, because I am aware of the fact that I am company for a lot of people, because I've read through the comments and things, and a lot of people say that they love to listen to me and whilst they're crocheting and things, and it's just lovely because of my calming voice and what have you. So at the end of the day, I do need to train my brain into just coming on, even if I haven't got anything, just to say hello and to talk about what I've been getting up to, really. But that's one of those things where I kind of leave my outside life separate to a certain degree, but maybe I need to bring a lot of that in to be able to give you content in that sense, just so that I can keep my videos coming, because this is actually, and I didn't even start it off, did I? But this is episode number 79. And I think actually Sally's was number 79 as well. Without actually checking, I'm not sure, but I think I did see that she was on 79. And obviously I've been doing it a lot longer than Sally too. And so I thought, you know, come on, let's kick it into action and get some regular videos back again, because although I did say that I was back last time, it kind of went again because I hadn't done anything, and it's just one of those vicious circles, like I said. So it's a fresh start from today, and of course it is Monday afternoon that I'm coming to you, which I normally would at 8:30 in the morning, generally because I was working, but I just sat here and thought, after watching Sally's video from this morning, I really do need to get back into it. So hello Sally, thank you so much for being a wonderful support to me, and I've loved our little conversations on the phone and things, and it has given me inspiration, and I do love to crochet with you, and I do hope to by the end of the week. So do take care. And I also hope that you enjoy your grandchildren as well, my darling. So what have I got to show you today? Well, I've got the emails from Maria, the lovely Maria, who has been messaging me as well, to find out if I'm okay, because she was worried about me. Thank you so much, my love. I have found her emails in my email box, and so I'm going to show you the photos that she sent me, because she has worked really, really hard on them. And I've also got 2 of the yarn subscriptions from the Wind and the Willows that Attic Spin Dye are making, and I have fallen foul with that too, which is a shame, because one of them is now unavailable. I was going to message them and see if it was actually, if they did have a spare one, you know, sort of hanging around somewhere, because it seems a shame to not finish the whole thing, but I'm not sure on that. And it did say in the subscription thing that I really didn't need to have them all anyway. It's one of those things where you can have a random skein, or otherwise you can collect the whole set. But I think it would be a shame not to have the full set. And I have got 3 left to get. And of course, you know, there is 2 still available, but I think there's 2 still available. I know one definitely is, because it's not long come out, and I think that will be the last one, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I've got 2 of them, which I've had for quite a while, but I've kept it in the bag ready to show you. And I will be letting you know what they are. And then I've also got some other news, which is shortly after my video at the beginning of June, I was talking about the Hobie yarn subscription, where you can get all your get 3 patterns for the $6.99 a month, and then obviously they do yarn bingo and things like that on a Monday, and they've actually stopped the subscription. So I'm really quite cross about that, because I really did enjoy scouting through and looking for patterns, you know, and it was such a great deal. So I'm sorry for those of you that have tried to go on and then haven't been able to, but I wondered why I wasn't able to have the scratch cards on that we used to use on a Monday, and so I emailed them and said, you know, what's going on, because I pay the money, so I want to make full use of the whole subscription. And they said that there's actually that the subscription has actually ended, and there was no notice, you know, which I thought was a little bit poor, really, considering they're quite a big company. I did think that that was quite poor, not allowing people to actually be aware of that. So I'm sorry about that, but that means that I won't be able to show any more of the patterns that I get, because I'm not doing it anymore. And then I think that will be it for today's episode. But yeah, so I've got 1 blanket to show you, and then the rest is yarn, because I haven't done anything else with anything else. So let's get on with it, shall we? And let me show you what I have been working on, and then I'll show you the email from Maria. Anyway, so this one is the bottom. And I've got 6 rows left, and it is my Love You to the Moon and Back. You can see that, yeah, with stars there, and there's a moon on the edge, and I'm just coming to the last point on the last star there on that side. So it's worked up really, really well. It does work up quite quickly. At the moment, I feel like that the rows are quite tedious, and I don't know, like I say, whether it's my brain space or not. But you know, I mean, I sit there and do 51 stitches in a row, then I have a gap, and then I do another 30 something, and I just think, oh, I don't know if I can be bothered. And so I'm trying, I'm getting there, I'm keeping my fingers in, and I'm trying my hardest to get back into it and go hell for leather with it. But I'm hoping with the holiday I'll have a bit more time on my hands, and I can actually focus a bit more and get some different things done. The other things that I want to say is to tell you that I have got, I'm using a 4.5mm hook, and the yarn is a Mariner's Baby soft yarn, and I have to say it's not that soft, but I'm hoping that it will soften up when I have actually washed it because it does feel a little bit scratchy. But I've used it in the past and I've not generally had a problem, so I do think maybe it's just like the spray gluey stuff that they put on it or something, so that it will wind nicely or something. I don't know. But I'm almost there, and I've got 6 rows to go, and then of course a border, which it says on the pattern that it's going to be a V-stitch border of 3 rows and then some shells on the top. And this is the photo of it. You can get the pattern on Etsy, and I'm sure it's on Ravelry as well, but I got this in a free pack. Once you bought a pattern, they then said, do you want another 100 free, you know, that sort of thing. And I thought, oh, a bit dodgy, but yeah, okay then. And actually they've worked out quite well, and I have used a couple of them, and I am really pleased with the fact that I managed to get a big pack with a pack that I was buying of something like 5 patterns. So yeah, so that's not too bad. And I have to tell you that the pattern is by a lady called Yvonne Brown, but I will put the Etsy one down in the description box below for anyone that hasn't seen it before or heard of it. But it is very straightforward, and I have actually loved it. And although the diagram is very small, I have kind of gone along as I've done it. I just haven't done the last bit because I'm at the top of the star now. But yeah, so, you know, I've kind of just gone so I can keep track of it in my own mind's eye. And that, you know, so that I know whereabouts I am, that sort of thing. So I've really enjoyed that, and that's the main one that I've actually kept up with, just because, you know, you kind of just don't notice it, do you? But yeah, so that one's almost done, and then I will carry on finishing one that I'd already started. The majority of the babies that I've been making blankets for are actually have been born now. I think I'm waiting for 3 left to be born out of the 6 that I had to make blankets for. And so I'm not doing too badly. And at the end of the day, this isn't the weather, is it? I know babies have to be kept warm, but, you know, for something special like that, then it can always be used in the winter time as well as, you know, in the summer. So it doesn't matter to me whether it has to be as soon as they're born or not. And because I put too much pressure on myself to get everything done, I think that also hasn't helped my mental space. And so I'm just going to do it and then gift it as soon as it's done and say, sorry, it's late. But I'm sure that a lot of the people that I am making baby blankets for don't actually mind anyway. So that is the one thing that I have been working on. Next, I'm going to show you the on my tablet the things that Maria has been making, and she sent me this at the beginning of June as well, but if you remember, I couldn't find the email, but there's a little bunny there holding a ball, and I think that one is absolutely lovely, and I think it will mean that, oh, just a notification coming up across my tablet there. I love the colours, and I love the fact that it will sit by itself and hold up, because a lot of things do end up falling over, don't they? And I think that's really, really lovely. So there's that one. And then she did send me a couple more. Let me just... There's a lovely butterfly in Chanel yarn there. I'm not crazy on really bright pinks, but that I think does look really quite fetching alongside the white there. So that's really quite lovely too. And then we have a turtle with some flowers on the top. I like the subtle colours on that one. They're all very well made, and I haven't even touched any amigurumi for a long time. And this one was from the book that I not long used, from the same book that my Reggie raccoon came from. And I think it's absolutely adorable. And I think that it could well be one that I choose next time to make. So well done, Maria. I think that's really lovely as well. So let me just make sure that I've got them all and I showed you them. Oh no, there's another one I missed. And there's a snake. I don't personally like snakes at all. They scare the living daylights out of me. But of course, this one doesn't move. I think it's the fact that their skin moves and just frightens me. But my dad had a fear of them as well. And I do think that also, if you're shown fear or told that someone close to you doesn't like them, you kind of don't like them either. But I have tried to get accepting of them, but I just can't. It's inbred, and I just can't do it. So that's fine. It's one of those things. I just need to make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. 1, 2. Oh, there's another one. I actually quite like the darker pink on that turtle there. I think that's very clever. So that's very nice. That one showed you. That one I've showed you. That one I showed you. And that one I showed you. So yes, so that was from the lovely Maria. Thank you very much, Maria. And then I have got my Wind and Willows pack. Now, there'll be a bit of crinkling because it's wrapped in tissue paper. Now, I've looked at the big skeins, but I haven't actually looked at the mini skeins that go with it. So I just need to find which is which a moment. Right, this one is this one is chapter 8, so it's the other one. That one goes with that one. Right, okay, so this one is chapter 8. Now, isn't that lovely? I really love the striking look of this part, the blues and the reds. There's a little bit of green. Oh, it's just lovely. And it reminds me of the rosy apple boiled sweets that we used to have when we were children. And another one that that reminds me of is the sherbet pips as well. All the different colours of sherbet pips. So vibrant, so lovely. And I just absolutely love everything about it. And I think this one, although I usually tend to go for autumn colours, this one I think is my favourite out of all of them so far. But when I have discovered whether I can get the other ones or not, I will show you them all together when I've got them all. But this is chapter 8 and it's Toad's Adventures. So the mini that needs to go with it is, oh, another bit of crinkling. A lovely browny gingery colour. Don't know if it's actually coming up very well on my phone, but it is such a lovely rustic colour, and that does hang on. That does complement this one very well, with the fact that there are pieces of the browny gingery colour coming through as well. So that is absolutely lovely. And this one is Toad's Adventures. Peeping out, he saw his train get up speed again and disappear at the great pace, when out of the tunnel burst the pursuing engine, roaring and whistling, her motley crew waving their various weapons and shouting, "Stop, stop, stop!" When they were past, the Toad had a hearty laugh for the first time since he was thrown into prison. And we've even got a little, don't know if it's going to focus, it's a toad stitch marker. And together we have a little fabric patch and a little pouch of lavender. And the tea bag is citrus, ginger with green tea and Acacia, I want to say. I don't know if I've even pronounced it right or even butchered it. I'm not sure if it's going to focus or not, but anyway, it's a Twinings Defence tea bag. So that goes with that, and I think that is absolutely lovely. And then number 9 sorry about the crinkling and the rustling again. Just need to undo it, and didn't think about it before I decided I was going to make the video. That's the thing. So number 9 is Wayfarers All. And this one is very much bluier, very bright blue, sort of like a teal, bright tealy colour, and it's got a bit of mustard in. Again, I'm not sure if it will focus properly. Mustard and some browns and some greens. And then the little mini is bright orange, very bright orange, Sally's favourite colour. And then we've got the fabric patch and another lavender pouch. And this one is QI Organic Fair Trade Spicy White Tea. So it does smell very spicy, very cinnamony. Reminds me of Christmas. And then, and I'll show you just in case you find them in the shops. Okay, so now this one is Chapter 9, Wayfarers All. Why do you ever come back then at all? He demanded of all the swallows jealously. What do you find to attract you in this poor drab little country? And do you think, said the first swallow, that the other call is not for us too? In its due season, the call of lush meadow grass, wet orchards, warm insect haunted ponds, and browsing cattle, of haymaking, and all the farm buildings clustering around the house of the perfect Eves. Do you suppose, asked the second one, that you are the only living thing that craves with a hungry longing to hear the cuckoo's note again? In due time, said the third, we shall be homesick once more for quiet water lilies swaying on the surface of an English stream. But today, all that seems pale and thin and very far away just now are blood dances to other music. That is the card that came, and this one is, hang on, that one is the picture that was on the pouch, and this one is the picture that was on the canvas. And I didn't show you that just now, did I? But this one is the one that was on the pouch, and this one is on the canvas. So I love the fact that all the cards all match up, and the stitch marker is a little basket. Oh, hang on. Very tricky because they move around a lot. A little basket. And I think that is also very cute indeed. So, that is all that I have to show you, and that's all I have for you today. But I'm back, I'm here, and I am very pleased to see you all. Now, please comment and keep the comments coming. I know that there is a few that I haven't answered. I do click on now and then to try and answer some, but that's the thing, when they all build up, it takes a little while to respond. But from now on until I can catch up, I am going to put a heart there whether I answer it or not, so that you know that it has been responded to. And that's the best thing I can do for now. So please bear with me. And I know that there will be a video on Friday because I have done some things that I had already waiting. I just hadn't made a video for it, for my Nature's Walk blanket. So I will put the video up for that because I am yet to make it, but that's fine. So you will see me on Friday. On the Wednesday videos, I just don't know what to do with them at the moment. I look at it and I think, oh, unless I can get some inspiration and change my mind from the books, maybe I will just scrap the last episode in that sense and start afresh. I'm not really sure, but I need to find a love for the amigurumi again. The thing that I was making, I think it was working up very, very small, and it didn't really look right. And I think the colour wasn't right either, and I think I've lost all thing to do with it. And I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get my head around it. So I will have a conversation with the lovely Sally, I think, and see if she can get my mind straight. But if you do have any comments about anything at all, then please do let me know what your thoughts are, and maybe I can take some inspiration from all of you as to what I'm going to do with my weekly videos from now on. Because if I can get a swing for it again in the holiday, then I can just keep it up when I've gone back to work again. Because as I say, I don't want to give it up, and it will always be here in some shape or form. So thank you so much for listening to me, and so much for watching and looking at what I've got to show you. And I do hope that you will continue to support me. My ideal goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, because I've been doing this now for 2 years. So it would be lovely to be able to get there eventually. But nevertheless, I'm going to go. Take care, everyone, and I will see you at the end of the week. Goodbye, my lovelies. Take care.